Hey, yo, you see my cellmate? He went to school. If he comes in and you see him before I see him, huh? Tell him come holler at me. We got issues. Don't worry about what the issue is. Nosy ass. What's wrong with y'all? You're always in somebody else's business. Mind your business, man. Just do that. Hey, yo, come here. Come here. Tell me you ain't changed my TV. You did change my TV. You don't touch no other man's TV. Because you just don't. I don't care if figure skating was figure skating. He was in a cell watching figure skating. Like with the girls in the tight pants going around in the ring. The hell was you in a skate? You was in a cell watching figure skating. So you was sitting on my bunk also. You wasn't sitting on my bunk. So you was just standing there watching figure skating. Look, man, it's my first and last time telling you. You obviously knew. You obviously don't know the rules. Don't touch my TV. Don't touch nothing in this bitch that belongs to me. Look at my TV acting weird. Did you push the button all hard? Look, my TV looks fuzzy, man. I think you pushed the button too hard. Now you done broke my TV. This is the shit I be talking about, man. Don't ever touch my stuff. Matter of fact, man, nah, go ahead and get out my cell, man. You got to go. You broke my TV. What you mean you ain't broke it? It wasn't doing that before. You over there touching things. You a toucher, huh? Like to touch things and watch figure skating and then stand up in the middle of the cell and not sit down. You just a liar all around the board. Look, man, I can't do this. I told you the rules when you came in the cell. You clearly didn't listen. There's something wrong with you. You're going to make me hurt you behind this TV, man. You got to roll up and roll out. Yeah, that's exactly how it is. We can talk about it or fight about it, and I'm done talking. So you make your mind up. Yeah, hey, one last thing. Please don't tell on me. Don't tell him I threatened you. I can't take another threatening fight charge. All right. Yeah. All right, man. I hope you pack your stuff. Yeah. You got to be the stupidest motherfucker. Man, you already know what it is. Jay Williams, let's live life, and we're back. You might not even think this. You might not even realize this. But if you find yourself in a position to where you're about to get locked up, let's say you're headed to jail soon. You're going off to the Bing, the box, prison. You take everything you know about life and leave it at home. All the things that are acceptable out here in the world ain't gonna fly in there. Everyday things you do that are just normal to normal people can get you hurt bad, get you punched all up in your shit for doing while you were in prison. Small things from changing a television, using somebody's toilet paper. The smallest little things are no-nos. Going into jail or prison, the most you can hope for is that you get put in a cell with somebody that's halfway decent that you can conversate with. It's the one thing they can't take from you is conversation. Everything else, life as you knew it, is gone. Today we're going to cover things you can do in the real world that you can't, that you won't, that your ass better not do while locked up. I've seen people fight for petty reasons. I am also guilty of fighting for petty reasons. And when I think back on it, it's kind of ironic that all these men locked up demand respect. Oh, I'm a man, you're going to respect me. Oh, you ain't going to disrespect me like that. But for the majority of us, we ain't had no respect for nobody when we was out. We had no respect for other people's stuff. Some people didn't have respect for human life. But now it's, all I got is my manhood. You're going to respect me. You're going to respect my stuff. Or you're going to catch these hands. Happens every day. So let's get into things not to do in prison. Things you can do in the real world that if you do in prison or jail will get your shit swole up. Get you knotted all up. Have you walking around looking like Popeye. Yeah, facts. You know how to seen it. You know how to lived it. So, let's relive it. Before we get started, I got a couple quick updates, important updates on things that's going on for my lifers. Y'all listen up. So yesterday was my homeboy twin, Jacob Aquino's parole hearing. I attended. A lot of his family members attended. Unfortunately, there are family members that didn't make it to see this day. His mother and father have both passed in the years that he's been incarcerated. So he lost both his parents in the almost 22 years he's now been locked up. We spoke with the parole board, and we all got to say our piece on why we thought that he should be released and come home. And like I told them, I said, 22 years is a lifetime. 22 years for a crime where nobody was hurt. And he's doing 36 years. I said, at what point is enough enough? At what point has a man paid his debt back to society? I said, he has full-time employment with me as soon as he comes home. He's a lifelong friend. I've known him since high school. I'll put him straight to work. He'll be around good people. You have nothing to worry about. The man has been gone over 2 decades. And nobody was injured. Y'all are paroling people that have actually murdered people. But you won't let this man go home after 2 decades. And they're saying it's because of his institutional conduct. Things like getting caught with knives and other things that take place in prison. And like that, I told them, I said, you can't judge a man by what he does in prison unless you've been in prison and you know what it is to be in prison. Unless you know why people do the things they do. You can't judge them. Having a knife in the real world is not a crime. You can run around this bitch with the Crocodile Dundee knife. That's not enough. That's enough. Type shit. Nobody's going to bother you. But in prison, if you have a knife, a shank, you know, next to killing somebody, raping somebody, it's one of the worst things you can do. Right up there with cell phones. So after all of us spoke, that ended. I kind of sat and prayed for a while. Prayed last night, and I hope y'all will do the same. Pray for Jacob Aquino and his release. He's a good man. His daughter's grown up while he was, you know, incarcerated. He's now a grandfather. He's now an uncle. He's got all these family members that he's never spent any time with. And he has family members that are now gone that he'll never get to spend time with. It's heartbreaking to watch a man find out that his father died. To watch a man get called to the chaplain or the counselor's office, not knowing what's going on, and then you see him walk back to that door, and you look over at their face, and you don't have to ask them what happened. There's a look that a man has when he's just been told somebody he loves is dead. Little Bubba came over the other night, kicked it for a couple hours, man. Him and his people. It was good seeing him. Staying out of trouble. He's all right. Staying at his sister's house. Spending time with his kids and whatnot. Wants to work. But I'm one of them people, I keep my word, and you have to keep yours, like I told him. He had employment when he came home, but he let these people in prison fill his head with hopes of all these things they were going to give him when he got out. The day he got out, you're going to start work tomorrow, right? Yeah. Then a week passes. What's up, man? You going to start work? Yeah. You better be here Monday morning. Monday morning, he didn't show up. Tuesday morning, he didn't show up. That Wednesday rolls around. I didn't clear the slot for you. I need somebody to fill that slot. I hired somebody. Now he wants to work. I kept telling him, what are you trying to do? Trying to get government assistance, get this. They said they're going to help you with this and help you with this. The people ain't going to give you nothing. Nada, zip, zero. You're not getting zip, zilch. That's it. You're not getting nothing from these people, man. When you going to learn this? How many times you been locked up? Nah, I know somebody they're going to do this, they're going to do this, they're going to do this. We're talking the other night. What they give you? Nothing. Surprise, surprise. But he's not working with me. Had he have went, came straight to work like we had talked about while he was locked up, he'd be employed. But as a business owner, this ain't personal. This is business. The show must go on. I've got, quotas to fill. I've got houses to flip. I've got schedules. And when I'm a man down, work falls behind. So I can't wait on you waiting on them to get done what I got to do. If you're serious about it, when the opportunity is given to you, take it. If somebody gives you an opportunity, take it, or it will pass you by. Like I said, it's not personal, it's business. I don't mix personal and business. I don't care who you are. I have fired multiple family members, multiple lifelong friends. It's not a nice thing to do, but at the end of the day, that shit don't mean nothing to me. Who you are to me has nothing to do with who you are when it comes to business, or what you do when it comes to business. I separate the two. I will fire you and kick it with you at 4:30. Hey, you fired, homeboy. Yeah, that shit don't fly around here. I see you this evening. All right, man. I'm just like that. So yeah, he's doing all right. We were gonna do a video the other night. We had some technical difficulties. Things they just were not working out. Too much to even get into. Nothing on either of our parts, just technical difficulties. So we will do a follow-up video in the coming week. He should be back at the house in the next day or two and let y'all know how life is for guys that get out of prison, how the struggle is, coming home to nothing in your 30s. Just stepped out of prison and you got nothing, back to zero. Then you got the clothes on your back and a box that you walked out with that was underneath your arm. Let's get into today's video. Things you can do out here in the real world that you can't do in prison, that you can't do in jail. Most of this and everything I tell you, for the most part, is going to sound really petty. Because it is really petty. I'm pretty sure one of the most petty fights I saw take place was over a roll of toilet paper. Now, if you go to somebody's house, y'all have dinner, you sitting there kicking it, whatever the case may be, you get the BGs, the bubble guts, boom, bloop, stomach rumbles, you're like, oh, man, oh, no. Oh, no. I got to go to the bathroom. Where's your bathroom at? You shoot down the hallway, into the bathroom you go, drop a doozy ball, and you're back in action. What do? You use the bathroom, you look over, the toilet paper's right there. Use the toilet paper, flush, wash your hands, come back out and rejoin everybody. That is the real world. I watched two dudes fight one time, and I didn't initially see the fight jump off. I heard it, and then I looked over, and it was already underway. Dude picks dude up after he punches him in his face a bunch of times. One dude's unaware that this fight is even about to take place. The guy didn't come out and say anything to him. He just come out, doom, 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 doom. Fed him a whole bunch of punches. Rabbit punched him, scooped him up, slammed him, hit him a couple more times. And as he was hitting him, he was telling him, I told you don't touch my shit. I told you don't touch my shit. That was my toilet paper. I told you stop touching my shit. The guards come in. The dudes say, we were horse playing. We was just playing. No. We wasn't fighting. And you can get away with it sometimes if you try to pull the we was just playing card. This dude standing here all knotted up, looking like he got stung by a bunch of bees. Just bumps all over his face. Talking about some, we was just playing. Shook. Cool guard. Guard's like, ain't neither one of them saying it was a fight. Ain't worth doing the paperwork over. Ain't no blood on the ground. Ain't no broken bones. I'm going about my day. He would tell other dudes throughout the day what had happened. And what had happened was, when Obama came into office, I've told y'all this in the past, there was a lot of budget cuts. They cut back on all types of things. The prices of tobacco skyrocketed, and then things that we were used to getting got slashed in half. Our trays that we got in the chow hall, the portions got smaller and smaller and smaller. They used to come around on the weekends and they give each person 2 rolls of toilet paper. So there's 4 rolls of toilet paper in the cell. When these budget cuts come down, now you get 1 roll of toilet paper apiece. And the free soap, they used to give you the soap, this live soap called Lisa. It actually said Lisa on the bar of soap. That disappeared. No more of that. So now you've got 1 roll of toilet paper to last you the entire week. Toilet paper serves a lot of different purposes while locked up. Toilet paper is also a paper towel. You also clean the top of the toilet. Anytime you pee, you're going to take toilet paper and clean off the top of the toilet. You're going to take toilet paper and clean off the top of the sink. You might fold toilet paper to sit a cup on. A lot of different uses. Roll of toilet paper does not last very long. The one dude just keeps using all his toilet paper up and then starts using his cellmate. So he's causing his cellmate to run out of toilet paper because he's done ran through his. Most men don't care about the next man. Don't care how you wipe your ass. Use your finger. Use a sock. Wipe it on the side of your arm. I don't care. Use your boxers. Just don't use mine. This dude and this dude get to arguing over this toilet paper because he's realizing, man, my toilet paper's going fast. I ain't going to have no toilet paper. These guards ain't about to come up off nothing. Hey, bro, you can't use no more of my toilet paper. Don't touch my toilet paper. He comes in one day, goes in the cell to use the bathroom. There's no toilet paper left. His cellmate not only has been using his toilet paper, but used the last of the toilet paper. Whoop that boy's ass over some toilet paper. You ever had your ass whooped over a roll of toilet paper? Not many people can say yes. If you have, please jump in the comment and say, yeah, I got beat up one time over a roll of toilet paper. Definitely something you don't want to be doing while you're locked up. Don't touch things that don't belong to you. With the story, with the monologue I was talking about the TV, that was a true incident. It wasn't my incident. It was actually something that happened with Wild Man. I heard Wild Man in the cell next door to me screaming on his cellmate one day. His cellmate had just come in and he asked him, hey, you touch my TV? You do not touch another man's TV unless he gives you permission. And even then, it's not a good idea because if it breaks, remember that one time you touched my TV 3 years ago? Yeah, you broke it. Yeah. I know it's 3 years ago, but you definitely the reason it's broke now because you was pushing my button too hard. I hear Wild Man in the cell next to me and the doors are open midday and he's arguing with his cellmate. His cellmate done turned Wild Man's TV on. Wild Man was at work and put it on figure skating. Wild Man knows what channel it was on when he left, so when he turned his TV back on, it's on a different channel. Touched my TV. Oh, that boy been in here finger fucking my stuff. He ain't here watching my TV like that's his TV. He ain't got no $200 to get a TV. He can't replace my stuff if he breaks it. Why he touching my stuff? Wild Man calls the dude over there, gets into this big heated argument with him, threatens him, tells him, oh no, you got to get up out of my cell, but you better not tell the people I threatened you or that I was about to fight with you. You better not. You better not. They tell the dude, we can't move you. Ain't no bunks open. Ain't no beds open right now. We're to capacity. If you're going to get moved, you're going to the hole, but there's no bed space for you to go anywhere else. I hear them in that cell that night arguing, and Wild Man's telling him, look at my TV. Look at them little lines on my TV. You done pushed my buttons too hard. Now you done broke my TV. Dude, man, I ain't push your button. How you gonna tell me what you did and didn't do? I wasn't in here. I know my TV ain't had them lines on it before. He comes to the toilet, yells at the toilet. Hey, Jay, is your TV messed up? Look at my TV. Nah, my TV's fine. Man, this boy been over here touching my TV. My TV messed up. I know the boy probably ain't done nothing to Wild Man's TV. Wild Man's, to say he's out there is an understatement. I said, well, y'all chill, man. Don't be over there acting crazy, man, over the TV. I'll check it out in the morning when we come out, right? Nah, he done touched my TV, messed up my TV. I'm going to send him up out of here in a box. People don't be listening to me touching my shit. You don't touch my stuff. I said, look, man, y'all calm down, man. Chill out. I'll check it out in the morning for you. Don't kill nobody, man. Pipe down. That morning I go over there, Wild Man got mad because the boys touched his TV and he adjusted it and moved it a little bit. When he did, the cable cord that screwed into the back of it Just barely came unloose. Just untightened a little bit. I come over there, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, damn, why is it fuzzy? I screw the cable cord a little bit, and it clears up. Oh, he must have been touching my cord, too. I'm not going to stand there and argue that this most likely came loose when you moved it, because the dude will lay on the top bunk and look down and watch Wild Man's TV. It'll piss Wild Man off, so now Wild Man turned it sideways so the dude up top can't watch it. Yeah, Wild Man's about to go in on his ass over the TV. You know it's not out the ordinary. You go to your homeboy's house, sit down on the couch, reach over, grab the remote. Man, what's on the box? Start changing channels. Yeah, you don't change nobody's channels on TV. I'm not doing the TV or change channels in period. You don't touch nobody's stuff. Passing food. This is a very big no-no. If somebody wants something off your tray, if you've made an agreement, hey, look, man, give me that piece of cake right there, and for the next week straight, I'm going to give you all the desserts off my tray. Bet. I could. Let me get it. You are going to reach over, as long as you don't reach over anyone else's tray. A lot of times they'll lean the tray forward to you. You reach out, you take the cake, put it on your tray. What you better not do, no, is when it's time to pay him, hand him anything off your tray. The moment your fingers touch that food, it is contaminated. The moment your fingers touch that food, that's yours. He's not going to eat it. He's not going to want it. This ain't Thanksgiving dinner where you pass the bread, where you pass the macaroni and cheese. You don't reach, touch nothing, and hand it to the next man. I've seen dudes get their asses whooped, get spanked up in that chow hall behind touching some food and trying to hand it to the next man. You don't do that. You do not, by any means, move somebody's stuff. Say you come over my house. You go to sit down in the chair. My jacket's in the chair. What are you going to do? You're going to pick the jacket up, hang it on the back of the chair, and you're going to sit down. In prison, you do not move anybody's stuff. If you see something in a chair, that means that chair is taken, or somebody forgot their stuff there. But 9 times out of 10, that means somebody's sitting there. So here you come. Jimmy Green Bean, Sammy Sausage Head, Jimmy Neutron, the new guy. Look around. All the chairs are taken. Oh, there's a chair right there. I'm going to pull this chair up out here and watch TV. Because I ain't got no TV in my cell, so I'm going to use that chair. Oh, man, somebody left their shirt in it. Let me put this shirt over there. That will get you punched all up in your face. Touching somebody's stuff. Picking up a shirt that somebody left in a chair will get you dirtballed, dish-ragged, drugged like a dirt bike muffler. Somebody's going to put hands on you. Because now he's going to come out and say, hey, who touched my stuff? All the chairs look alike. Which one of these dudes in here disrespected me and took my stuff and put it over there? I know y'all seen my stuff sitting in that chair. Who moved my stuff? Here you are, fresh off the streets. I ain't never been locked up before, quiet as a church mouse. Because you realize you done messed up. One of 2 things is going to happen. He's about to go upside your head, or he's about to scream on you in front of everybody and put you in a position where either you respond to the way he's yelling at you, you stand up for yourself when he starts running his mouth, even though you're wrong for touching his stuff, or you just sit there. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to move your stuff. I didn't know no better. I don't want no problems. Peace to all. Don't touch nobody's stuff. Don't move nobody's stuff. Accepting things you don't yet have the money to pay for. Accepting things, expecting someone on the outside world to come through and save your ass with. You decide you want to smoke some weed. You decide you want to smoke some cigarettes. All this stuff is illegal. It's made its way onto the compound. It's flooded. It's everywhere. Dudes are going to offer it to you. Hey, I got some trap. That's what we call weed. I got some trap. Hey, I got some of that, some of that Bobby Brown talking about tobacco. There you go. Ain't got no money on your books. Ain't got no way to pay for it. Thinking that grandma's going to send that money order this week. You can't never count on the next person to take care of your debts. Life happens out in the real world for people. She might not be able to send it this week. Here you go. My grandma sent me $100 on Friday. Dude said long as I pay him by Tuesday. Grandma's good for it. Hey, homeboy, come here. Yeah, let me get 2 of them things, man. Let me get 2 box pieces. Now, a box piece is what we used to call a spoon of weed. You take a spoon, stick it in the weed, level off the top of the spoon. That's $50. We called it a box piece because when you could smoke cigarettes, that's what it cost you. If you was going to pay with commissary, dudes wanted a box of cigarettes. So they called it a box piece. You don't went to do like you a baller. Let me get 2 of them things. 2 what? 2 box pieces. Your money good? Yeah, my money's good. You gonna have my money by Tuesday? Look, I got money, man. Don't worry about it. Grandma's got to handle something on the streets. Her food stamps ain't come through. Something happened with the car. Dog got hit by a car, needs to go to the vet. The cat's got pneumonia. Anything can happen. Baby needs new shoes. So you get put to the back burner. Friday rolls around. They call mail. There you stand. Yeah, about to get this money slip. I know grandma sent it. They finish calling mail and you standing there with a sour face. Dude standing there looking at you. Homeboy ain't getting no money slip. How you gonna pay me? He ain't getting no money. Now you over there on the phone, frantically dialing. Grandma, man, Dad, who cares about that cat? The dog was old. The baby can't even walk. It don't need shoes. You just focused on yourself. They got real life to worry about. They ain't focused on you in prison, getting stuff up off people you can't pay for on their dime. Now Tuesday rolls around. Dude don't want to hear your excuses. We call it dope fiend larceny. It was just that excuse on why it didn't happen. Even if you're telling 100% the truth, they're going to think you're lying. Even if what you're saying is fact, you're going to have problems. Because everybody else is watching and wants to see how this is going to play out. Damn, homeboy got $100 worth of trap up off of him. It's Tuesday, he ain't paid him. You see if he beats him up or not. So if he don't beat him up, shit, I'm going to go get $200 worth. And I'm going to buck too. If he bucked, I'm bucking. On the day that you're supposed to pay, or you going to pay. You're going to pay what you owe, or you're going to pay in blood. And people are under the impression that once you fight, the debt is done. Yeah, no. Once you fight, all that means is you got into a fight. That's not dead. That's not over. You still owe that. Let me get that. Throw it like you owe it. If you know me and you owe me, throw me. Let me get what you owe me. What? Bang! Somebody dug up in your shit because you done got something you can't pay for. Out here, doesn't really work that way. Jay, let me borrow $100 from you. When you gonna pay me my money back, man? I got you on Friday. Friday rolls around, you ain't got the money. Jay, I had to pay the electric. Man, have my money next week, man. Next week rolls around. Jay, you never gonna believe this, man. Somebody offered me $1,000 in food stamps for $100. I had to get that. Yeah, that's a good deal, man. Stop playing with my money, but give me my money. It's usually not gonna get too serious the way it would in prison. This next one, very important. Mind your damn business. Worry about what's going on over there. Yeah, you can glance if it's out in the open. But if it's taking place in a cell, don't go looking up in that cell trying to see what's going on. You don't know what might be going on. It might be top secret. Now you done stumbled across something you shouldn't have seen. It could be anything. That man could be in there killing another man. That man could be down low gay. In there getting it on. Let's get it on. And now you done witnessed it. You don't know what you might see. Well, at the moment that you see it, and they see that you saw it, oh, you got problems. You got big problems. If somebody tells on them, and the guards come in and shake them down, first thing they're thinking, yo, Sammy Sausage Head looked in here earlier, saw what we was doing, and went and told on us. Button your nose where it don't belong, or get that bitch broke. Somebody arguing in that cell, you don't mess with them like that? Leave them alone. I don't care if it keeps you up at night. Leave them alone unless you're really built like that. We had a tall Indian dude named John move in the pod, and he moved in this cell next to these two dudes that argued all the time. These dudes were homeboys, but they would get into debates and argue to the point that it was obnoxious, yelling, screaming, slamming stuff, but they were homeboys. It never went to fighting. But anytime they went in that cell, I don't care what it was, they was going to argue. If one dude said water was blue, the other dude was going to say it's clear, and they were going to argue. John moves in the cell next door, and I got used to hearing these dudes argue. They didn't sleep far from me. I throw my headphones on. The TV don't come with speakers. You got to have headphones, and if you share the TV with your bunkie, he ain't got one, then you get a headphone splitter, and he can plug his in and listen from up top. I knew when we locked down, these dudes were going to argue. It's inevitable. They're going to find something to argue about. We in prison. No, we're not. We in the penitentiary. This penitentiary prison, the same thing. No, it's not. Yes, it is. They're going to argue about something. John moves in his cell next door, and all night long, these dudes are arguing. I eventually hear him get up about 3 o'clock in the morning. Yo, shut the f up. People trying to sleep. Y'all still up at 3 o'clock in the morning like two 14-year-olds. I'm trying to sleep over here. Dude comes to the door. What? Mind your business, man. I'll dig up in your mouth, boy. You just moved in here telling somebody what they better and better not do. Nobody paying no attention. You need to mind your business, man, for real. Next morning, John takes his ass over there. Everybody gets up a chow. These two dudes been up till 3, 4 in the morning. John's been up all night. He goes over there and thinks he's going to say something to him. Walks up in there and says, hey, man, all that arguing, do. One dude takes off on him. His bunkie, that's his homeboy. Hops down on top bunk. They whoop John's ass. Beat John up right in that cell. John moseyed his beat up ass out and back into his cell. Should have minded his damn business. John actually ended up becoming my hawk. The hawk is the guy that sits out there and watches for the police when they come in. If you're doing something illegal, scoop, whoop, whoop. Floor's wet. Omar's coming. They make a noise. John ended up becoming my hawk a couple months down the road. But he came in the pod thinking he was going to tell somebody else what to do. Not minding his business. Yeah. And got beat up by both of them. They were homeboys. Leave them alone. What happens in their cell, that's their cell. If you don't like the noise in prison, don't come to prison. They say in jail, if you don't like the things that happen in jail, make bail, make bond, go home. Please, mind your business. Like I said, you don't know what you're going to stumble up on. You might see something that's going to mess you up here. You might look in one of them cells and look over and be like, oh, damn, I didn't want to see that. Oh, I can't never erase that from my mental image. Was he just, oh, God, he is. Mind your business. Seeing things, saying things, butting in, putting your 2 cents in somebody's conversation will get you messed up. You hear two dudes talking in the streets. You know the guys or you seen them around before. Yeah, I remember when that happened. It's normal. You do that in prison, it's all right. Hey, man, nobody talking to you. Who is you? Your opinion, man. Nobody trying to hear what you got to say. Go on somewhere, go play. Don't ever speak up, talk on me, talk on my situation again. Get you hurting here, boy. Think you playing with. It's prison. This ain't no Fisher-Price Walt Disneyland around here. Yeah, go on about your business now. Go on. Don't go in there playing around. There's a lot of grown-ass kids in prison that like to play around. You might play around for a little bit. You might get away with it for years. Everybody ain't with that playing around. The guy that you joked with yesterday might wake up today and not be in the best mood. He might not be as cool today as he was yesterday about doing 1,800 years in prison. He might not be feeling your jokes. You're poking him, tapping him on the shoulder, whatever it is you're doing. You might walk up on the same dude you was joking with yesterday, laughing and playing, and get punched in your face. Somebody else might get tired of your joking and your playing and punch you in the face. I talked on Angry Man, a dude I got to fight with one time, and I actually watched Angry Man punch this white dude in the face because he played too much. Didn't affect Angry Man, hadn't played with Angry Man. Angry Man just sitting there at the table, long night of buffing the floors, tired, exhausted, and dude is running around with different dudes just playing. Yelling, hollering, making all this noise, shoving people, jumping over chairs and tables, just doing the most. He came in, jumped over the table where Angry Man was sitting, which is another no-no. You do not violate anybody's personal space. Jumped over that damn table like this boy could leap, like he was leaping hurdles. He jumped over the table. By the time his feet hit the ground, Angry Man stood up and whang! Caught him one time and sent him sliding sideways like a bowling pin knocked over. Stop all the playing. You might be comfortable with it. You might do it with your cellmate, and eventually he's going to tell you, if y'all ain't on the same time, hey, look, bro, chill with all the playing. I tell dudes as soon as we get in the cell, I ain't with that playing shit. We can laugh and joke, but as far as playing around in here goes, there's not enough space in here to begin with, so don't be in here playing, man. Horse playing, wrestling, things like that can turn into a fight real quick. I remember me and my homeboy David Doyle. What up, David Doyle? We was in the cell one time, and we was just tussling, just wrestling, trying to see who was stronger. Where you at, man? Where's your scoop game at? Come on. We tussling. I slipped, boom, he got me against the wall. I ran him against the wall and slammed him against the door. I had to catch myself. Almost lost my temper. He looked at me all crazy, and I let him go, and he left out the cell. He come back in, he was like, damn, homeboy, what's all that about? Like, you got aggressive real quick. David Doyle, you see this, hop in the comment section. And my response was, thought you was trying to handle me. That's what we supposed to be doing. We was in there seeing who's, you know what I mean, was stronger and who could overpower who. That's what you're supposed to try to do, handle the next man. My response was, I thought you was trying to handle me in this cell. You know what I mean? Like, almost lost my temper, and we was just playing. I've seen dudes play, get the slap boxing, somebody get hit just a little. Oh, you punched me. Well, I ain't punch you, I slapped you. Why you punch me in my mouth, man? We said no hit in the face. You just punch, boom, hit your ass back. Now you, boom, boom. Now y'all going at it. Y'all in the cell rumbling because y'all wanted to play. Tell you again, penitentiary ain't no playground. Don't go in there playing. Remember that. Sit back and watch. If you get any time, sit back and watch around. You be like, damn, dude just got his ass whooped for playing. Man, the dude plays too much. Now, I knew this was going to happen. Don't be the guy it happens to. Carry yourself as a man. You're a grown-ass man. Shouldn't be in there acting like you're a little kid. Shouldn't be in there like you're on Nickelodeon. This ain't pranksters. This is a penitentiary. Unless you end up in one of them low-level soft-ass prisons where people play all day. When you had them maxes and them penitentiaries where them boys really got time, the last thing they got time for is you to be running around smiling, kiki, ha-ha, joking all day. It's not a game. So don't be playing games. And in case you're wondering, we got Mike in the house today. What up, Mike? Piggyback off the last thing I just told y'all, and then we're going to get out of here. Personal space. Space is a big thing in prison. And there is a very good reason why. You don't have much of it. You spend a lot of time in a cell with another grown-ass man. Both of y'all trying to coincide in this tiny little concrete box with these two bunks, a countertop, a toilet that's attached to a sink. There's not much space in there. So when you're outside of that cell or in that cell, the last thing you want is somebody up on top of you. Don't go over that chow hall, be standing in that line with your hot-ass dragon breath, your morning breath, your tongue has got a white coating on it because you ain't got good hygiene. And I don't give a damn if your breath smells like a peppermint candy. Don't be standing all up close to somebody, breathing on the back of their neck. If they go to spit around and their elbow bumps you, oh, that's going to be a problem. If you walk into somebody, bump into somebody, it does not make you soft to say, yo, my bad, excuse me. That better be your response. You walking out paying attention, you come chest to chest with another man, go ahead and come out your mouth and be like, bro, watch where you going, man. I bumped into me, man. What's wrong with you? the first thing that better come out your mouth when you bump into that man, even if you just brush him, hey, excuse me, bro. Hey, my bad, man. Doesn't make you soft, it's respect. You doing that, man might feel like you checking him. Definitely gonna feel like you need to watch where you're going. You just invaded my personal space. He could be having a bad day and looking for a reason to punch somebody. Might have seen you walking, not looking where you was going, and stepped in your way just to see how you're gonna react. Stay out of people's personal space. When you're in that cell, if that man's doing something, keep your ass on the bunk. Ain't enough room for both of y'all's feet to be on the floor, moving all around, doing all this and that. That's common with dudes that become homeboys. If you don't know that man like that and y'all just bunked up together, if he's over there using the bathroom, or he's standing up brushing his teeth, or he's standing up at the door or something, unless there's something going on out there and both of y'all looking out the door, there ain't no point for both of y'all be on the floor at the same time. But keep your country ass on that bunk. Bunk this cell 6 foot wide. Got you over here standing next to me like we about to dance or something. Nah, stay out of my space. Do not invade the next man's personal space. We used to call it 2 squares because everywhere you look on the floor, they got these 12 by 12 squares. These like little fake tile squares. You need to be at least 2 squares away from me. If you're standing in the square in front of me, your butt is damn near touching me. If I move in any type of shape or form, I'm going to brush up against you. 2 squares, homeboy, 2 squares. You up in my space right now. Not feeling this shit. Give people their personal space. If you're on that rec yard and you're jogging and you run by dudes, give it a couple feet. Don't rush by him, poof, right up beside his arm. He might feel your presence. Boom, check you inside of your face with an elbow. Or you might startle him and he turn around and rock your ass. Make sure you go on the outside of where people are. Don't cut through the middle of the group. Don't brush up beside somebody. Might find your ass laying in the dirt, blowing snot rockets in the dust, trying to figure out, man, what, did I fall? Did somebody hit me? Was that a meteor? Like, you gonna get bombed on. Don't be in people's personal space. Be respectful. Most importantly, stay out of lockup. Do that, and all this is just entertainment. Go in there, and everything I've talked about today, at one point or another, is going to be something you reflect back on. This is a beautiful life we live. Jacob Aquino would tell you, his best day in there ain't as good as his worst day out here. Anybody that's ever done time will agree with that. Let me say that again. Your best day in there isn't as good as your worst day out here. Stay free. Make the right choices. I've told you before, if you're at the end of your rope, tie a knot in that bitch and hold on. Something's going to shake as long as you keep trying to do what's right. May not make sense at the moment, but it will when you finally get it right. But anyways, these jails, detention centers, these prisons, these facilities, they're all just crazy worlds outside of this already crazy world we live in. And as always, y'all know what I'm doing. Just trying to keep y'all entertained. Are you not entertained? And like always, this is Jay Williams. Let's live life. And to all my real ones, and there are some real ones watching, because y'all still watching me. Man, y'all know how we do. Salute. Man, he beat that man up over some toilet paper. He told him not to use toilet paper. He was going to wipe his ass. He was